let's go ahead and put you right here. There we go. Safer corner for you, the one that I'm leaving downstairs. So I've been keeping one of them downstairs, but now we've seen what can happen when one of them gets snuck up from behind. So having its back to a corner is probably the safer bet. And I've taken all my stuff up to the recycler at this point. Let's point this gun at the telecommunication room. We've got the code for that now, or the key, I mean. We'll be getting to that in a moment. But first of all, I got everything in the recycler now. Almost everything. Still have one weird object. Darts. I'm gonna put them on this table over here, I think. Oops. How do I drop you again? Drop. There you go. You hang out over there. That's clearly a Nerf dart. It's not listed as garbage, though. It's not listed as trash, so I'm gonna keep it on a desk, because I don't want to fill up my inventory with stuff like that. These things I don't know what to do with, inventory-wise. I also have a second wrench. Let's recycle the wrench. There we go. Alright, so that's in there. Otherwise we're good? Sure. Lots of stuff in there. Whoa. Hopefully this stuff stacks infinitely, I hope. Let's find out. Okay, so it appears to stack infinitely, or at least within the confines of how much we found so far, it does. Sure. Sorting by type, so I've got 3 exotic material, 14 mineral, 13 organic, and about 14 synthetic. So we're building up backlogs of resources now I can use for crafting. I'm gonna wait to get some more stuff. At the moment, I think I'm doing fine on... Well, I got 16 shotgun shells, which is not amazing, probably, but otherwise... I think I'm generally doing okay on ammo, so I'm not too concerned at the moment. Let's go ahead and use you on something, because otherwise I have to worry about carrying you around. Maybe just keep going for shotgun ammo to make that whatever ammo I use count. I can't do that till I get further along. Capacity and reload speed. Maybe I should wait. Yeah, I do value stopping power above all else because it makes the ammo use efficient, whereas I'm not always very concerned about how much I have to reload necessarily. Incapacitation rate. That makes the glue cannon more efficient per shot. Worthwhile. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's prioritize the value of each shot above all else. So now I've got that upgrade done on both of those. Cool. Duck beer. It's a beer, but also a duck. I don't think that's really their branding, but it is now, because no one else is allowed to contradict me. So the bolts are just going to sit here, hanging out, doing their own thing. I think I'll just leave stuff on the counters around here. This place was set up like it's going to be my lobby, and it has a crafting... It has both disposal and crafting in the same room, so I'm guessing we're going to be here a fair bit. Hey there. Take you with me. Oh. The basics of combat. This is a weird time to explain that. Take advantage of your environment and tools in combat. You do not have to fight every enemy head-on. Use alternate routes to sneak past tough enemies, or get the drop on them. If you intend to fight, disabling enemies with tools like the glue cannon can increase your odds of surviving. Circumventing enemies? Sure, but part of me just wants to explore every location, and that's hard to do if you let enemies be alive. They seem to be... Are you reacting to an enemy? You said proximity sensor. Here's me taking advantage of combat. Were you guys pointing at something down there? You concern me when you do that. How safe are we? Ow, were you just shooting me? Was that turret just shooting me? I think it was. I was gonna say there's 2 pistols. That seems like a bit of a haul. It's because one of them was a scary robot monster. Not a robot. There was one of them was a spooky mimic. Yeah, you guys shoot those mimics. Keeping this door open, right? I'm intentionally trying to keep the door open so that they can shoot through it. I think I'm being a little sneaky. God damn, though, they just had to do that, huh? They just had to make it so that even the turret deploy sound is like a jump scare. The audio of this game is mean, frankly. It's just trying to startle me at every turn. Suit repair kit, silenced pistol ammo fabrication, neat. 9mm. We have a silenced pistol. Did not expect the pistol to be silenced, but that gives it some purpose, sure. So R is reload, mouse 1 is fire, the basics. And all of our guns seem to have a holographic, not a holographic necessarily, but they have like a CRT screen, or whatever. They have a screen that displays their ammo on the back, which is interesting to see. Okay, so for the moment we're safe-ish. Cool. I will say that the pistol's not really pointing at the reticle, which is a problem that was in System Shock 2. The shotgun kind of just didn't point where the gun was pointing. The problem is the pistol is that it's so close to the reticle, and it's located so close to where the reticle appears to be in my depth of screen, especially since technically the reticle shows up on top of the pistol. But it's also so close to the middle of the screen and held at such an angle that its pistol, like, right now if I pulled the trigger, the gun would be shooting that turret over there, not shooting straight ahead, because of how much of an angle that the gun model's at. You can usually sell this illusion better by holding it more even instead of at such an angle, or just by holding it further away from the reticle, like closer to the screen, and sort of back in the corner a bit more. But right now it's actually almost distracting how much it doesn't look like it's gonna go where it's gonna go. What is this, a sound system with like a visualizer, I guess? Like an art installation? That's Elias Black. That guy was full of bullets. And not just the ones we put there. Here's where they'd have their conference calls. Sure, let's just take cigars, but only the used cigar. Let's not take the box of cigars for its components. Let's only use the used one. Sure. I should probably do a suit repair. 25 points. Yeah, we're past that point, so let's go ahead and use one of you. I'm not currently hearing any worrying noises. Well, I'm hearing whirring noises, but not worrying noises, if you know what I mean. I think we're always gonna hear whirring in this place. Ooh, I can actually climb up here. That's pretty neat. Not necessarily somewhere to go from there, but it's cool that she's that mobile. I don't trust cups. Always the used cigar. Why do you only take used cigars? It's getting weird. Hello. Oh, it's just oh, that's just what it looks like behind the wood paneling. I thought there was a box covering a vent, like in Deus Ex again or something. And here we're finding our way to somewhere new. There's a lot of motion down there, but that's just a fan. And we're just way up above the lobby now. It's gonna be a little hard to keep track of how many areas we've been to so far.
Good morning, Talos. As a reminder, all personnel must complete monthly physicals during their stay aboard Talos I. Dr. DeVries promises to make them as quick and painless as possible.
I saw it turn, so I'm like, I don't trust you. Die. Turns out it was totally fine. Okay. Got a few spots to check out. That's why I've got you guys. One of the big things is gonna be me trying to figure out where the hell I've been so far in this damn place. There's so many places to check out.
Log submitted. Eradicator auto-turret version 0.7.
I don't really need both them pointing in the same place necessarily, but I'm gonna spread them between the two branches we have here to defend myself.
Deploying.
There we go. Hey, monsters, come out.
No target material detected.
I don't think it works that way. Another foam dart.
Proximity sensor reset.
I should probably be worried that there's 2 of those in this room. There's 2 spare parts. That one's okay. Are you not okay? I don't know. I don't really have worrying noises right now. Just to be safe. Don't worry, they're equally valid after you hit them with a wrench. Are they drafting tables? Explosive canisters, be careful where you swing. Hey, this one's still turned on. We're wasting power. A broken recycling thing? Well, I'm not gonna repair you, even if I can, because you're freaking right next to the other one. Ooh. Oh. That's a repair option. I thought I was gonna get 5 spare parts for a second there. Can I dismantle this thing for spare parts? That'd be nice. Yeah, I'm not fixing a freaking recycler that's like the next room over from the one I have in my office. Oh, nothing left over in it? If I should be so lucky. They might have been keeping something out on purpose. There's some more dumb bolts. Just gonna have a stack of them in my room at some point. Alright, well your range is getting less and less useful, so let's move you up. Too bad none of the apparent upgrades for this thing come with a fast deploy, so I don't have to hold it down each time. Just try not to hit that. Ah, this leaves a zone, the hardware labs. Okay. Something to keep in mind. Given that, if it works anything like... Well, we've already used one of these doors before, so we know that these doors... Here we go. We know at this point that those doors don't open. They're loading screens. So if I stash something there, we're good. Gonna move you away from my nice little turret, which I think is just gonna defend this hallway. Never know when you might load in, there could be like a threat. Previous game, the System Shock 2 would just give you new enemies constantly, which was actually kind of exhausting at times. You'd be like, oh, you've been here before? Too bad. More enemies. Do they just keep coming? Better finish this game fast. One is over here. Sales division. So many cigars on this place. Which types of cancer would you guys like to have? All of the cancer, thank you. We'll just smoke 500 cigars. Well, that's an exceptionally bad sound. You know what that sound was? Not something I like. I'm just gonna grab both of these little shits. You guys are coming with me. Unfortunately, you cannot run while carrying these guys. It almost just looks like you're some kind of human that has, like, carry limits of some kind. Dang it. This is me not trusting you. I'm wanting to put so many turrets in your general direction after that sound. No thank you. No thank you.
Scanning target. No
Are you still there?
ready to scan.
See how that goes.
Checking for updates. Servers offline.
Yeah. A+. That's how you take one out. Boom. It's dead, right? It exploded? Yuri Kimura. That was a person? And I can still tell what their name is after I obliterate them? That's interesting. How do I do that? That's a neat party trick. Not really a party trick. Wrong thing to call that. We good? Alright, let's move you inside then. Holy crap, turret strategy worked out.
Error log submitted.
Those, I've fought those guys before. They're not super durable, but they put up a fight. There we go. Check both hallways.
Scanning target. No alien material detected.
So many baseball gloves. It's getting weird now. The space elevator. That's the same one? Yeah. That's the same story about the competition and everything. I love how they open when you look at them. That's great. TranStar Life Employee Profile. In this edition of TranStar Life's Rising Star segment, we profile Harley Granger, a member of the Neuromod sales team who is currently stationed aboard Talos I. Some of you might recognize Harley's name from his professional baseball days when he played second base and wore number 66 for the Tornadoes. Harley was assigned to Talos I 2 years ago and has made the journey into orbit from and back over 50 times. Not bad for someone who's afraid of flying. My time playing baseball forced me to deal with that fear, he said. Believe it or not, a shuttle flight to Talos I is far easier than a cross-country airliner trip. I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all. Hello? How in the world would an airline trip be harder than going to space? Unless they have got somehow have some really crazy inertial dampener type stuff going on that makes you not notice the insane takeoff of going to space. Richard Coveney. Just gonna steal your plants now. Just kill every plant, take all of its trimmings and use those. General access, but I don't have the key card for that one? When am I getting my general access card? It seems like kind of a basic one. Thank you. Just gonna steal all of your plants, like some sort of lunatic. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Scanning target. No alien material detected.
That's how you save on your resources in this game. No bullets fired, no health gets used. Just run away like a lunatic. Also, that was a way shorter path. Silly me. Thank you. One of these days, those plants are going to be some kind of monster. Get out of my way. Woo, nice landing. So, Yuri Kimura, that's the person we killed. Kelly Randolph. Everything's looking around here. We seem safe for the moment. Why tape drives? What a weird retro aesthetic to go for. Hello! N. We're gonna go engineer, we're gonna go boom. Repair, rank 3. I am now king of the space parts. Spare parts. Let's see. Extra inventory space, 2 slots. I'm gonna go for you next. If it'll let me, please. I'll hit enter, I guess. No amount of clicking will do it, apparently. Inventory space. So it looks like you, instead of going... Last time you got one more vertical bar on the right in System Shock 2. And this one, it looks like they give you a full extra ring each time. So, not only is it a pretty significant upgrade to your inventory space overall each time, but each one actually gets larger by a fair margin. So that's neat, too. So every upgrade is more effective than the last for that particular thing. So if it goes 2, 4, 6. At the moment we have 1, which means I can't do much again unless I want to go for... We already have leverage 1, don't we? No, we don't. Right. I might want to get that for basic moving. Or I can go for hacking. More health and whatnot. Let's get leverage 1. Being able to move stuff around is probably a good idea. But I'm guessing we're gonna need a lot more points before it starts getting especially useful. I'm finding points all over the place. Sales folder. It's a sales and marketing memo by Peter Laney. I don't think we have to worry too much about the side effects. From what I gathered, it's just a little pinprick near the eye, right? I mean, it looks scary, but I think if we can get advertising to push some of the more appealing pros of neuromods, we can shift public attention from that. I'm not too worried about the red eye stuff, either. I don't think any one person in the public sector is going to manage to get their hands on that many neuromods at one time. Not at these prices. What I find far more worrying, though, are these reports of memory loss during neuromod removal. I mean, amnesia? Seriously? We can rewire a person's brain, give them any skill we want, but we can't avoid resetting their head back to the moment that they got the shit installed if we decide to take it out? If this leaks, it'll kill neuromod sales. Doesn't matter if you need specialized equipment and training to take one out. No one wants to risk losing years of their life just for the ability to speak French. This can't even go in the fine print. As far as the customer is concerned, neuromods are permanent. So we just need to not tell them about the idea of taking them out ever, because if it does, it resets their memory like it has with us. Apparently we're doing these recurring tests, but that particular day... Huh. No, they must have been installing the neuromod and removing it every day, so I was looping over and over again to the beginning each time. That was like the point of the test, right? It's bizarre, though. Yeah. 1 day repeating. So is that not what Morgan volunteered for, then? Volunteered for some other test? We can't really know for sure. It's like he said, she said between two other people that are not us. It's just telling us what's going on. Exports from Elias Black to Yuri Kimura. You can't ship it home. It's already been noticed. 1 month pay makes it go away. Huh. Is this a threat or a riddle? Can't ship it home. It's already been noticed. 1 month pay makes it go away. No, it's framed like some sort of like Riddler quiz. Like it's like I'm supposed to figure out what it is, but I think it's actually just a vague threat. Can't ship it home. We already know about it, and it's blackmail from Elias to Yuri. Apparently, that seems to be what's going on there. Good old-fashioned blackmail.
Breakfast is served in the cafeteria until 9 a.m.
For a space station, this place has a really shitty intercom system. It goes broadcasting over everything, but it's so muffled in a lot of the places I go in, because it apparently doesn't play directly into the offices that people are in. Isn't that the point? Is to contact everyone? Neuromod application and instructions. Neuromod should only be administered by certified TranStar technicians under controlled conditions. Subject may experience slight discomfort, swelling, or redness of the eyes shortly afterward. Remove neuromod from vacuum-sealed container, blah blah blah, put it on your eye, have a fucking nightmare, is basically how that works. As we said, so that's the same document I would have read back in my room, I believe. Hello. Apparently there's a crossbow in this game. The Huntress Boltcaster launches foam darts which do 0 damage, also known for its ability to annoy coworkers, distract enemies, and remotely trigger buttons and screens. Use mouse 1 to fire your toy gun, and R to reload. Oh my god, there's actually a reason for the foam things that I'm gonna want to hold on to? That's bizarre. Okay. Okay, so maybe I'll go grab those again, then. Now we know why there's foam darts in this game. So you go point this at things and shoot, and it can trigger something like a button, basically. Which is not really a scenario I've necessarily seen yet, but sure. Now we know that it might be a thing. This thing's got zippers all over it. Go over. Oh! Whoops. Whoopsie. Lost track of the glass there. What's your deal? Your power's out. I wonder if that's the thing, is I'm supposed to try to use the Boltcaster to trigger whatever's turning the light off in this room? poke around for a little bit. So half this area is powered and half of it is not, which is interesting. Why does your entire side lack power? And why did they give me a neuromod? I'm sorry, why did they give me a Boltcaster in this particular room? I don't know if this particular hypothesis is going to pan out. I don't really see anything at the moment. I figured there might just be a weird button high up that'll trigger the power in this room, based on the situation there. Also, I'm just shearing myself apart with this floating glass. Yeah. There's a way to restore power. I don't really see it. Curious. Huh. I do like the idea that they already had these Nerf darts around the office, because that's just like a thing that some more casual offices might have, is just things that you can use to fuck around with your coworkers because it just blows off some steam. And that can be used as like a survival tool now in this modern nightmare scenario that we're in right now. Die, cup. Gonna steal all of your agave. There we go. So this is currently a dead end. That is the workshop direction. It goes off. In order to get to the workshop, I need to go off in that direction for a while. This is sales division, so we're done here. At this point, the question is there anything else I think I can find by exploring around here? Or should I be heading towards sales next?
Deploying.
Just gonna put these in slightly more public locations at the very least. So I'm now able to fortify these things to make them more effective, which seems neat. There we go. But for now, I'm curious about one thing, which is that I asked the computer where a living person was a while ago, I believe. So I can move you now. Just take some charge up. So I asked the computer where a living person was, and it's been pointing me down here. Assuming I didn't accidentally change my subject at some point. Darcy Maddox is supposed to be over here. They're supposed to be alive. What was that? I heard a noise. I don't know if I just shoved something a little bit or if I'm about to be attacked. Darcy Maddox... I guess he's just... So they're not right here, they're just somewhere through that floor, basically. Bye-bye. I think they're trying to imply whether or not Darcy's... Yeah, Darcy just must be here. Life support? Is that where they were? Okay, so that's not gonna help me.
Getting around is going to be a problem. The main lift is broken. The system is telling me it's fine. It's just... the diagnostic code is changing every time I make a request. I'll let you know if I find a workaround.
Well, that's not gonna work. So Darcy Maddox, I believe, was in life support or something, but we're not getting there because the lift doesn't work right now. Maybe Darcy... or someone else even specifically jammed the lift in some way, just to specifically avoid getting attacked. We'll have to see. Here it is. Everyone's been freaking out about me missing a note back in security. Dimitri is being held like you asked. He knew the door code, so I changed it to 1129. Oh, the holding room code. That you? Yeah, it is. 1129. Another dead person. Oh. You clear? A little shit. We done in here now? Dimitri Bowser. There he is. Got bullets and shotguns on his body, which is weird for someone who's being held, but sure. So he's the guy that was behind the counter when we first walked in, so he's also dead. Officer Bowser's statement. Miss Elazar, I don't know what I saw, but I was just trying to do my job. Now I worry I might not get a chance to talk to you, so I'm writing this. I don't recall the last time I was scared, but what happened to Sim... I can't get it out of my head. Whatever's happening, I want to help. Not sit here in this room. I'm starting to feel like people on station haven't been shooting straight. Like, what do they actually do in psychotronics? No one I talk to goes in there. And Yuri Kimura has unnumbered neuromods in her office that I thought you should know about. And now he's dead, just like everyone else. Somebody was up to no good and clearly caused bad things to happen. The hell of a confined spot just to slowly go crazy, and there's not even a black mirror on one of the windows because they don't need one-way mirrors anymore when you've got just monitors and screens and cameras everywhere. So it just makes the whole place feel even more cramped when you no longer have at least the excuse of being able to hide. At least the window was a window, even if you couldn't see through it. You knew there was an opening.